Former gang members of Reddit, what was the moment that made you realize you had to leave for good? I used to think there'd be some clear line, like one moment where everything goes quiet and you just know you're done. But the truth is it built up slowly and then hit all at once in a way I still can't fully explain. I got pulled into it at 15, just being around older guys who had money, respect, and this way of talking that made everything sound like it mattered, like you mattered. And when you grow up feeling invisible, that kind of attention hooks you fast. At first it was harmless stuff, running errands, keeping watch, doing little favors that didn't feel like a big deal. And every time you did something right, you got a little more trust, a little more status, until you stopped questioning anything because you didn't want to lose that feeling of belonging. The problem is you don't notice when things cross a line because it never feels like a jump, just another step. And before you know it, you're standing somewhere you never thought you'd be, acting like it's normal. The night everything changed for me started like any other, just another job where we were supposed to scare someone who had been causing problems. Nothing serious from what I was told. Just show up, make it clear, leave. But the energy was off, like everyone was tense but pretending not to be. And then in a split second, it all went wrong because someone brought something they weren't supposed to and someone else reacted without thinking. I won't go into details, but I remember the exact moment it shifted, like time slowed down for half a second and then snapped back. And there was this sound that didn't belong in real life, something that still shows up in my head at random times when everything's quiet. What really stuck with me wasn't just what happened, it was how fast everyone switched back afterward, like flipping a light off, people laughing, brushing it off, already talking about the next thing like nothing serious had just happened. I remember standing there feeling completely disconnected, like I was watching it from outside my own body, realizing that if things had gone a little differently, someone could have died, and most of the people around me would have still treated it like just another story. Walking home that night felt longer than it actually was, because my head wouldn't stop replaying it, and for the first time I couldn't lie to myself about what I was part of. After that, I started noticing everything I used to ignore, how quickly people turned on each other over small things, how loyalty disappeared the moment there was real risk, how the same people who called you family would protect themselves first without hesitation. The moment that really sealed it came a couple weeks later when a younger kid started hanging around us, trying way too hard to fit in, laughing at stuff that wasn't even funny, doing anything to get approval. And I saw myself in him so clearly it made me uncomfortable. There was this one moment where he got told to do something he clearly wasn't ready for, and I could see the hesitation in his face before he forced himself to go along with it. And it hit me that this is exactly how it keeps going. Someone pulls you in, you prove yourself, and then you become the person pulling someone else in without even realizing it. That was the point where it stopped being just about me and started feeling like I was actively part of the problem. Like if I stayed, I wasn't just ruining my own life. I was helping drag someone else down the same path. Leaving wasn't simple. It wasn't like I could just say, I'm done, and walk away. It took months of slowly distancing myself, skipping meetups, making excuses, keeping my head down, constantly feeling like someone was watching or waiting for me to slip up. And even after I got out, I kept looking over my shoulder for a long time. But that night, that sound, and that kid's face are the things that never left me. The reminders of how close I was to becoming someone I wouldn't recognize at all, and how easily it all could have ended in a way there's no coming back from.